Hola, hola, mi amor. Okay, jump into the reading. Okay, if I'm going to China, let's go. Going to China. Alrighty, that is an interesting part to end on. Okay, so this trip is going to be a lot about getting back to tradition. Um, and there are messages here of you making sure that you are taking the time to assess everything that you're going to need for this plan. I mean, excuse me, for this trip as far as planning. Um, it is a very spiritual trip for you, very fulfilling trip for you, um, but it's a very reflective trip for you. And it's very reflective on tradition and things of that sort. I'm really getting the word tradition here, spiritual beliefs. You could possibly be going to a lot of temples and really getting the spiritual reset that you need as far as the view of your view of life, right? Your view of how it is that you're accomplishing the things that you want in a life in your life. Okay. Now you are going to. This is going to be a very, I said spiritual trip, but spirit led trip. You're going to need to really tap into your intuition um, regarding a lot of um, planning, travel planning. So, like the word foresight is coming in foresight as far as looking down the road or thinking ahead. The energy of planning ahead. Planning ahead is what it is. Okay, so there's that. Now, I feel as if this Seven of Swords is a very interesting card in such a great reading on because the Seven of Swords is all about deception and trickery. It is an energy of things that are hidden, things that are things that are in the dark, or the energy of trying to get away with something, right? Trying to get away with something that is hidden. And so, especially with this card being um, at night right now, and well, energy of the card is at night. So it feels as if there's almost some type of secret or trickery, warning, possibly even of thievery as well, possibly at night. If there's an energy for you to maybe be guarded. Um, there's also possibly some type of energy of 7 weeks coming in from that Seven of Swords energy. You also have news regarding action that you're going to have to be taking, but it's going to be a very exciting, adventurous, wondrous, full of wonderment type of trip. Ten of Cups in Three of Cups is telling me that there's going to be a lot of emotional fulfillment, emotional celebrations. What is it? Congregating with people and reunion type energy as well. The Ten of Cups is, happiness and fulfillment. Now the Six of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles is possibly giving also warning to these finances and the Seven of Swords. There's a give and take here, so maybe somebody may try to finesse you on this trip. Kind of like, maybe even, if you cover me for this, I got you later type of energy. Be aware of that. Just kind of be aware and leery of um, be aware of your wallet finances and things of that sort, but then also kind of be aware of people's character when they're saying, "Oh, I'm gonna pay you back," or that kind of energy. That cover me for this, I got you type of energy. Okay, but I get good vibes from it. I get good balanced vibes, new energy, refreshed energy vibes from your trip. Probably. More than likely. More than likely. It's like intuitive, you already know. You already know the type of people that you're dealing with. So, possibly 9 times out of 10, yes. But what I will say is there, it just feels like what goes around comes around. That's all I can honestly say as far as saying it. I mean, what goes around comes around. But possibly. This is, a wait and see. You decide for yourself, intuitive card. This is yes. So yeah, you're gonna have to still kind of be aware, think of the type of people that you're dealing with and things that you could possibly what have you learned from the situation? What new knowledge do you have? Ah, yes. Yes. Secret underhanded bidding, secret doings, things done under was done in the dark come to the light type of situation. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that happening. So now that that's settled, let's jump right on into the reading for the month no, I'm sorry, this is from mid-month, from today to the 30th of June of 2025. This awesome. The hermit card again. My man, my man, my man, my man, my man, my man. Nine of Pentacles. Okay, that's actually decent enough. So you got the Moon, and the Fool card, and the Hermit card, and Oh Lord, not the devil card. Oh my God, and the temperance. My man. This the shits. Like you getting ready to deal with major things. And the only thing you gotta force for is, aw, friend. You gotta get some rest. You gotta stop stressing out. Your mind. Stop. Stop. Breathe. Take a second to meditate. You need to take a step back. Like your energy is all over the place. Everywhere. Your emotions are everywhere. Your fucking actions are everywhere. Goddamn finances is everywhere. Your home life is everywhere. And all of that has got you completely and totally stressed the fuck out. On top of that, I feel like you're not even sleeping well at this point. You need to get some fucking rest. You need to rest your mind. Because if you don't get no rest, you're not going to be able to get the information that you need to make sure that you're having the foresight for the trip to fucking China. Because you too stressed out thinking about everything else that's going on. This is an an obsession. This is something that is being done in excess. In This is a toxic energy that you're doing in excess, and whatever that may be the stressing, that may be your partnerships. That are it could be everything. It literally could be the actions that you're taking right now. The only action you need to take right now is to take a step back and to rest. The only action, one, that you need to take right now is to take a step back and rest. That's when you're gonna the light's gonna click, That's when you're gonna be like refreshed enough to receive new information and be able to move accordingly. Okay. This is a couple of things right here. One is your travel, but then also it's you acting foolishly, um, rashly, um, naively, because the fool is like childish energy, and I'm saying that you're being childish. Um, but maybe in a sense you need to like parent yourself and kind of get back to a reset, to get back to zero, get back to a fresh start is what's needed right now. Okay. You have to have a low. You are out of balance, in a disharmonious state of life right now, and you need to get back to harmony. But the beautiful thing about that, though, especially with this Nine of Pentacles, is that the trip is going to be that for you. The trip is going to be that spiritual reset that you're going to need. Now, this moon energy, a lot of things going on at night. I don't know if you're traveling at night. I don't know what that is, but what I will say is that you are spiritually guided and you are protected throughout all of these travel endeavors that you have, because the Three of Wands is also travel. Um, and I feel like you will see your faith moving. You will see God parting the seas for you as you go through these moments in the dark, or these blips of faith. You'll just know, like, oh, that was God. Just walking by faith, not by sight, throughout some of these issues that you're going to be having. When it comes to your travel, it just keeps telling you to be aware and be mindful. Be aware and be mindful. Um, Nine of Pentacles here, it's still very joyous, successful card. I see a lot of growth. I see a lot of um, I see a lot of beauty within this overall reading, right? And it isn't just beautiful in the sense of beautiful things and joyous moments and things of that sort, but there's beauty in the growth of your reflection and the fresh start that's coming from, you releasing. It's like you really needing to release this obsession, toxic energy, repetitive behavior, um, addictive behavior, be aware of your surroundings at night is what I really feel like a big message. Stay on your guard, and you need to really just be patient and really take the time out to get back within yourself and get harmonious. Let me grab you some clarifying cards. So you have new information that's going to be towards you, communications, and I feel like it's positive information. Like you're going to be, in your feminine energy. You know, also, um, fertility and growth. Fertility and growth. Okay, so it could be news of financial fertility and growth is what I feel because you had the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so especially with the Six of Pentacles that you had for the reading in China, it could be very profitable opportunities there. The Six of Pentacles can also be like inheritances, so maybe there's that energy of like a bittersweet, yeah, financial windfall that comes in as well. But I do see financial prosperity there. So from there, we'll get the goddess. Hmm. Doing rooms, doing spiritual rooms, it feels like. It's giving and receiving of Pentacles energy. So at this point in time, this is all about you brazen enough to heal the wound of the rage of the things that you've been dealing with, going back and manifesting the things that you desire. But you're going to have to give a little in order to receive a little. You're going to have to let something go. There's a compromise that has to be had because um you have the temperance, that balance, that harmony. Is it even worth it? Is it even worth the fight anymore? Do I even care? I just, those are the energy. It feels like as soon as you say, you know what, okay, as soon as you say that, you're gonna feel like 80 bazillion times better. So, what I'm feeling. I mean, because at this point, you already dealing with everything. The only thing you have is a release card. Four of swords, mental release. Let that shit go. You are stressing yourself out. The only person that's gonna wind up in the early grave is you. Stressing out and obsessing over shit. Mm-mm. Let the sensei. Oh, girl, you better get your exercise, get your cardio in, cause you're gonna be walking up some steps. You're gonna be walking up some steps. Look at that. So I really You're going to learn so much from this trip. You're going to, yeah, definitely be visiting these temples. You're going to reset. You're going to really be able to assess that question that I gave you as far as what your homework is. You're really going to be tapping into that. This is intuitive energy. This is reflective energy. Very much emotions is giving. Very emotional energy. Uh, Hearted path. So yeah, I definitely feel like you're just letting something go. You're like, you know what? Enough is enough. I know where this road takes me. I'm going over here. I'm gonna take travel. And then you've got the librarian again. So there's a lot of information, like I said, coming in your way from yeah, from now to the 30th. You have to learn so much. You're going to be learning so much. You're going to be taking in, studying. It's a lot. It's definitely a lot, and I can see why you're overwhelmed. But I feel like as you break away from that energy there, you're going to, because you've got the moon in every single one of these cards. You've got, you know, the energy of having to deal with secrets and underhanded behavior and things that are going on in the dark and having to use your intuition in every single one of these cards. Okay. And once you learn the lesson from whatever this is that had to teach you, once you really receive that information and move on, that's when I feel like you're gonna get to that prosperity and that sunlight that's been in your reading. But it's just really kind of reiterating to you that you're still gonna be dealing with these feelings until you can release what's needing to be released, learn the lesson that needs to be learned. Um, you're gonna be dealing with that same thing. It's gonna be a cycle. It's gonna be a cycle. Mhm. Work of the harvest. So you're going to see the payout from all of this stress, right? You're going to see where uh, you have reaped the rewards and seen the harvest of all of this stress. You're especially once you gain that clarity of what it is you're actually supposed to be doing. You've got great horn, which means your angels, ancestors, and spirit guides are trying to speak to you. It's like they're blaring this loud ass bullhorn at you, needing for you to understand that there's time for a rebirth right now, and they need for you to listen to them. And you've got to honor the journey. Honor the journey. So speaking for travel, I feel like again I feel like you're gonna be walking a lot, my friend. You better bring your walking shoes, comfortable walking shoes. Get ready. Get ready to be prepared for the weather and any all of its elements that are going over there. Again, that goes back to you studying, making sure possibly even having to get used to time differences and doing a lot of things at night, or what could be nighttime here. But you're definitely needing to make sure that you prepare yourself, okay? Definitely make sure that you prepare yourself, but you are going to see the benefits of all the hard work that you put in, okay? But you're also needing to really tap into spirit and listen, go within, sit, take a step back, and have you some you time and meditate and get the clarity that's needed. Girl, you gotta have the deck popping out at you. Hold on, let me. How much? Cause I can't do all of that. I'm gonna take these. These popped out too, and then I'm gonna reshuffle and see what else happens. Got a lot going on, vibrational wise and feelings wise. Aura cleanse. Okay, we're cleansing the aura in need of. We've got flexible. Okay, I feel like this is needed. You definitely need a spiritual bath, like relaxation. It's getting spotted. Mind you, I just did one this weekend. Add to the weekend, I went to the spa. I relaxed. Oh, amazing. See the solution. Call on your healer guides. Talk shop. Talk it out. Mince it out, maybe. Remember to breathe yourself. We're talking about your angels, ancestors, and spirit guides. Now, I told y'all gotta y'all meditate. Figure out when they're speaking to you, how they sound when they're trying to send you messages. In my spiritual beliefs in Santeria, we have our muertos, and those are our ancestors, and they come to us and they give us their names or what they go by or things of that sort. So it's easier to recognize when they're speaking to you. So I'm not sure what it is in your tradition, but it's almost like you're finding your spiritual tradition, what it is that where your roots lie, if that makes sense. Back to basics. Take your time. Pray. I'm sorry, I missed that one. Pray, baby girl. Pray. 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 So lots of prayers gonna be going down. So that is it. Lanta. I feel like I'm glad that I feel some type of weight lifting off of me by the end of the month. Oh my God. That right there is the best thing that I can tell you, is that at some point in time from now until the 30th, you're gonna do as Cat Williams says and get some bucket in your system. And when that happens, you're gonna be like, yeah, that's exactly what you needed. Okay? So let me know if you have any other questions. I want you to say yes. Protected out here in the streets, of course, moving, going and traveling and things of that sort. So remember to keep an eye on your purse and, be mindful of how you have your things. And yeah, I think that's it. I will talk to you soon.